Everyone, welcome to today's deck profile for set 12 of the One Piece TCG with Green Zoro. I have waited so long to say those words. I'm so very excited. This is the list from the second place regionals finisher, except for instead of the promo Zoro, I'm running this X-Drake, which is slash, so searchable with a lot of our searchers, and also has a decent on play, right? We do have supernovas in our type, so this works. Obviously, you would have to have supernovas if you're going to run Cavendish, right? But we get the on play. Very, very cool. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to testing set 12, playing with the star decks. So much content for us One Piece players right now with the star decks, set 11 just dropping, and of course set 12 right around the corner. But before we get into things, make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you like these deck profiles, and if you want to support me, you can check out Nen Garden using my code StrawHatPecan for 5% off on top of their sales they're running right now. As you can see, they're running a site-wide sale on a lot of their playmats for summer. Right, I've used the Whole Cake Island playmat in my locals videos you might have seen. Very nice stuff, very good quality. I like this mat particularly, but you can use it on any mat you like. So check that out in the description. But let's get into Zoro. Like I said, I picked this list up from the regionals that just happened very recently, I think. This is a second place finisher. Very well-performing list, except for that one 2K counter that I swapped out for X-Drake, just because I feel like he might have some more applications. But if you're not familiar with Zoro, as he's, maybe a bit down the line for us, right? He is a green 5-life leader, 5k power with the supernova and straw hat crew type. Dawn ×3, activate main once a return. If this leader has battled your opponent's characters during this turn, you can set him as active, and then you can't attack any character with an original cost of 7 or less during this turn. Basically, you can swing into one of your opponent's characters, and then at their life, very cool form of aggression in that way. And also note, it is just battling your opponent's characters. So say, right off this, for example, they have an 8 cost, 8k power blocker, right? We swing 8,000 with our leader. They block out and give 2k. Even though we didn't KO the character that we battled, it's still battling, so he's able to restand himself. Very important note. Getting into it, we've got Hiyori, which is a 1-cost activate main, rested Dawn, and this character. Leader lock to Zoro. Look at top 5 of the deck. Reveal a slash or a green event type card. Very similar to Piranha, except she doesn't rest herself. A 1-cost searcher that on play looks at the top 5 for a slash type attribute card or a green event. So I will say Zoro is not only a pretty strong leader, right? Like his leader ability is decently aggressive, similar to the way that like Green Yellow Yamato had a pretty decently aggressive leader ability just on the card itself. But Zoro got a lot of support, a ton of support in set 12 that works perfectly with him. He's supernova, so he's able to use stuff like Cavendish before, and all of this is kind of culminated in him being a pretty popular and pretty strong leader. We got Koshiro, the 2-cost blocker, but also if one of your 5 less slash type attribute cards other than this character would be KO'd by your opponent's effects, you may instead rest this character, so a little bit of removal protection. We got Tashigi, same vein, a 2k counter, 3/4/2. If one of your other green characters other than Tashigi would be removed by effects, you can instead rest this card. Important note, it is other than Tashigi, right? And we do have another Tashigi. Tashigi squared. 2 Tashigis, right? So I don't think you're not going to be able to protect Tashigi with this Tashigi. Just a little bit of a note, right? But all of the other green characters, yes. And then we've got this 2k counter, a 3-cost 2k counter on play, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 2 or less, then KO one of your opponent's rested characters with an original cost of 1 or less. Can be applicable, right, to get rid of like a small blocker, but also just a searchable 2k counter, which is nice. We've got this 4-cost, 5k power, 1k counter Zoro. While this card is in your hand, it cannot be played by an effect if your leader has slash attribute, this character cannot be KO'd in battle by slash attribute cards and gains 1k power. So he's essentially a 4/6. The first bit is, for example, if you had like the green Mihawk that plays a 4 cost or lower slash type card rested, you wouldn't be able to play this out, right? Because that's being played out by an effect, right? But pretty nice. I especially think this is probably good in the mirror, being that he becomes a 4/6 and then can't get KO'd by slash attribute cards. And, you know, that's like this whole deck is just a lot of slash, right? And then we've got Cavendish, 5/6/1 on play and when attacking. Restand 2 Dawn if you don't have any other Cavendish, because our leader is Supernova type. We got 2 Smoker, 5/7 Banish. Activate main, you can restand a Dawn as active, and then you can't restand Dawn via effects for the rest of the turn, so be sure to use the Smoker effect last. Really nice bit about these, just searching for slash attribute means that, you know, Smoker is Punk, Hazard, and Navy. Cavendish is Supernova, you know, Beautiful Pirates type. This way we can actually search for both of them, and it's nice for this set, being that this is kind of like all like leader locked, right? Like this Hiyori only works with Zoro. So just a side note, but I do like that, right? We're able to search all these random good slash cards, and it's only kind of really for Zoro. And then we got the new Toshigi, which is a 5/7 no counter. On play, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with an original cost of 6 or less, then give up to 3 rested Dawn cards to your Roanoa Zoro leader. Again, another leader locked card. Very cool to see such a strong effect. Basically, even though we have so many bricks in this deck, I believe the game plan strategy is that we can kind of continuously just swing at your opponent's board, whatever they played out, and then pressure their life at the same turn with that second leader swing, right? So we can kind of afford to run a little bit less counter if, and also we run counter events as well. But even though we have a decent amount of bricks with a lot of these like mid-game pieces, like these, the Toshigi and the Smoker, and then the 8-drop, right? Because you're able to pressure your opponent's board so much, you can kind of get rid of some swings. And we also have some things to get rid of it. A card that I don't notice in this deck list that I probably want to test out for myself once I get some more practice with it is the Quina, the 4 cost that like rests of 5. I'll bring it up in a sec, but let's see. Quina. So yeah, this new card from set 12, the 4 cost, 1/1, activate main, rest this character, rest up to one of your opponent's original cost 4 or less, and then attach 3 Dawn to one of your Roanoa Zoro leaders. So nice to kind of just get rid of any 4 cost or 3 cost your opponent just played out. But the fact that, you know, I guess you played on 4 Dawn, you can get rid of a 3 cost, you know, it's nice. I would like to put some copies in of this, test it out, but we'll see. We've got X Drake, like I said, new 2K counter from the Star decks. If you look over in the East, right, we got the Star decks like same time as Japan, so any list that they had from set 12 wouldn't really have anything for Star deck because these just came out. But he's an on play. If your leader has Supernova type, rest one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less, and then set up to one of your Dawn cards is active at the end of this turn. Again, applicable because we run a bunch of counter events, which is nice, and then resting a 5 cost can be pretty good. Searchable 2K because he's slash type. And then we've got the biggest body that we play in the deck, the Mihawk, 8/8 blocker. On play, set 4 of your rested Dawn is active, and then you can't play a character with a original cost of 7 or more during this turn. This does come into play, right? Because say you're on 10 Dawn, you play this out for 8, you have 2 Dawn left. You then restand 4 with his ability of 6. If you have Cavendish on board or even Smoker, you can restand 2 Dawn or 1 Dawn. You could have 7 Dawn or 8 Dawn, right? So if you had Cavendish on board and had that 8 Dawn, you could have then played out another Mihawk. But because you can't play out a 7 or higher, that prevents that. And that's just in this deck, right? This isn't leader locked. So you could run this in like Red Green Smoker and get like even more. Well, yeah, you get the 2 Dawn plus the 1 from Smoker, right? So not some like as crazy, but yeah, you could get some crazy Dawn back with this if you have a Cavendish on board, right, on 10 Don. So that's kind of crazy. We're running one 0 cost event. We've got Paradise Waterfall, 1 Don counter event. One of your leader or characters gets plus 2,000 power, then set up one of your characters as active. This is really nice, and I saw this in the last match of the finals for the regional come into play. Basically, well, they used it to defend a Dashigi that got swung into by a Chopper EBO1 blocker that minus the Dashigi by 3,000 for the turn. So they were able to defend it and restand it, so it wasn't able to be swung into again, right? But you can use this to counter out with Mihawk, block and then counter out with the event, and then restand the blocker to block again, you know? Or if you have just swung with the Mihawk, you can use this to, you know, go 2k for your leader, then restand your blocker Mihawk so he can block an attack. Really nice. And then we've got the Demonic Aura, main and counter, right? The 1 Don, you may rest 3 of your Don, rest a total of 2 of your opponent's characters or Don cards. And then we have the counter, one of your leaders gains plus 3,000 power during this battle. Very important to note, it's just leader. There's a ton of events like this, and I see people make a mistake all the time where they try to counter out this for a character. Just, you know, only leaders, right? That's typical of events that are like dual purpose, like main and counter, kind of like set up like this. So just keep that in mind. And then we've got the I'm Invincible of the deck, the 3 Don. Luffy the man will become the Pirate King. Restand your Rono Zoro leader. So that way, even if your opponent like doesn't have a blocker out, if you need 2 swings or so, you can restand your Zoro, and then also has the trigger to get one of your leader characters plus 1,000 power during this turn, which is nice. And it's searchable, right, with all of our searchers. But yeah, really nice to go for game if you need another swing. You know, if your opponent just has a bunch of blockers out too, it's good to, like, you know, swing, they block out, you can restand your leader. You can swing again and then again, so that's like 3 swings a turn, possibly. But yeah, I am very much looking forward to Zoro, so I'll probably be trying out this list and then, you know, tweaking it, maybe trying out some other cards, right? I already have thoughts of testing out the Queen. Don't know if it's good or bad. I want to test it out for myself and, you know, play around with maybe some ratios. But yeah, it's very exciting to see a new green leader. It's Zoro. I love Zoro. I love green, and I was very excited when I saw this leader. Hopefully, you know, continues to be good throughout the set, because I just want a good green leader, man. It's been, you know, Bonnie's been fun, but this is very much a different style, right? If you guys remember the Green Kid leader, it's kind of similar to that. Very excited for this. So let's get into some games. All right, we got Sanji. I'll be honest, I really haven't looked at too many of the we have Tashigi. Let's keep. We have a searcher. We have some pieces. I haven't looked at too many of the other lists for a lot of the newer leaders. So this will take some getting used to for sure. Yeah. So you get to draw 2 cards, right? But now he's down to. He's going to 2. I mean, fair enough, because you do get the ramp, right? Let's take Cavendish, and we'll pass. Cav could be really good. I want a 4 Don. Yeah, so I just think for my even curve, I'd like the Queen. A lot of very event heavy decks, I realize now, with like Rayleigh, Sanji. Draw a card, and okay, we're going very fast. And then he does get to just ramp, right, for free, or count 4 event cards in your trash, plus 4,000. Interesting. We'll take the 5. I don't really know if he runs too much removal, truthfully. Honestly, I feel I'll just swing 5 and 6. Yeah, still so crazy to see, like, going Don minus that early in the game, right? But, you know, I guess a lot of decks do, right? I have seen, like, maybe 1 or 2 Sanji lists, just vaguely looking at it. I don't think he runs too much top end. I think a lot of the newer cards for Sanji was, this Reiju. Really interesting to just get that built-in ramp, right? So we can use Tashigi. Where is she? Right. Rest. But then she's 7k back. We still get to swing into her. For free, right? We still get the pressure for 9, right? That is still pretty hefty pressure, right? Yeah, for 4 events or more, he gets 2,000 power and it's a blocker. Interesting. Okay, and then we'll go at life for 9. Okie dokie, and he takes. And then we'll pass. And 5 cost. Holy. That is crazy. 5 cost. So it's a 9 cost on board and a 7k blocker. That is crazy. I didn't even, yeah, that's absolutely wild. Plays a new Sanji. 1k for every 5 events in the trash. Interesting. Move my field. Okay, my opponent's effects, you can return 1 Don from Don deck instead. Interesting. Interesting. Oh man, dude, like these new leaders, they all seem so like interesting and fun. Like unironically, like they, I don't know, there's a lot to look forward to in set 12, I think. These new leaders seem very very hype. Let's see. Next turn we can Mihawk. We could also Cavendish too, but oh, he might run Red Rock now I'm thinking about it. We could have maybe established the Tashigi, but then I was thinking about if I play out this Tashigi, then it's like, you know, we'll take another Mihawk. Okay, so maybe just won't get that blocker out. Sure, right? So let's go here. We stand 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go 7. And then even though this is a big blocker, right, 7k, if I swing 8 and he blocks, gives it 2, I can still swing a life even after that, right? So kind of disincentivized to block out. And I do kind of want to keep open to Don for this. Yeah, even though he's counters out here, I can just still swing into it for 8. And then swing into leader. Just to get more cards out of his hand. You know? Goes +4 with that event we saw. Yep, okay, and we'll pass. I do have a lot of cards in my hand. Let's see. We do have a few 2Ks and some... But I worry if I missed my chance to play the Cavendish. I love the Tashigi, right? But look at top 3. Okay. 1 card in your hand, place the rest in the box. So it doesn't reveal. Interesting. Doesn't reveal. Cool. And then he managed to play an event for free, right? Ah, so he minus my Mihawk. Okay. Goes 7. Let's go here, and then we stance. Boom. So now she's safe. Golly, that's a 7k. Whew, and then another blocker. Okay. Huh. I would love the event to rest 2 blockers. That would be lovely. Another Mihawk is crazy. I think we'll just play out a second Mihawk. It seems pretty nice just to have. I can play out a Cavendish, I realize, and still use lead ability. Let's go 7 to life. Just pressure his life a lot because we'll still have a blocker and a decent amount of 2Ks in hand if he goes for game. He blocks. And lets it go. Okay. We'll go 8 there. Blocks out. And then we'll restand and go 8 of life. Okay, here I might be able to get the blocker. Cool, okay. Then we'll pass. So, scary board. Yeah, restanding 4 down is kind of crazy. Okay, so he minus my blocker, so I can't really block. Okay, and he plays out another Ragey blocker. It's such a strong card. Okay, and he's drawing a card. Interesting. 8. We have a lot of counter, so we can defend. 9. Again, I think we can defend, right? We'll go 2 and 1. 2 life. Okay, yeah, that is crazy. Let's go. $8 there, just because it's free, right? Blocks. I don't think you would counter here. I think we're just going for a game, right? Yeah. We'll restand the Zoro. We'll go 6 with Cav. Just to be like, yeah, this is kind of crazy. How many swings you can get with that event. And then a Cavendish gets you 2 Dawn back from that event. So it's just 1 Dawn essentially to restand your leader, which is kind of crazy. Why did I forget that he's a purple Straw Hat? That's kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. Right. We'll go a couple of 9s. And I think we'll try to stack on. Ooh, he gets to search. Yeah. Okay. Straw Hat type. And what's he pick up? Gum Giant, but no active Dawn, right? So, and I think we still have 2 swings left from our leader, right? Because we didn't activate main. This is just the restand from that. So we still have 2 8K swings after that, which is kind of crazy. GG. We got Bella Betty. I kind of want to take first just for Tashigi, right? We got a lot of counter and a blocker. It's actually not bad, right? Because I wanted the curve of Tashigi to clear out whatever 4 cost they just played out, like the Karsu 2K or Mihawk. Mihawk might be good if we can survive, and then we'll pass. This will be good to swing into whatever, any searcher they play out. Yep. Like I know that, you know, I could have taken their second curve from them. Let's see, but now I can swing 6, play out a blocker. Like, I feel pretty comfortable that... Oh. Not getting a free body off the first, right? But, you know. Is what it is. Ivankov. Into Karsu. They haven't used stage yet, right? Or no. They haven't used stage yet. So if they didn't have... Oh, they popped my blocker. Okay. Take... There's a lot of 2Ks, which feel like we're over countering here, which sucks, but you know, I don't want to just die. I mean, no Karsu, so that's definitely better. We'll still play out the Tashigi to get rid of the Ivankov so they can't go wide. So we'll clear 2 board. Does he not want to swing with the more? I definitely would, right? I don't know. Or... Yeah. Take, okay. Rest of cards with the cost of 4 or less. Wait, that's so good. I didn't even read the trigger for that. That's crazy. That is crazy. Let's go here. Rest you. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Boom. Cool. Let's go. Boom. And let's hope no body from life, please. Cool, thank goodness. Because even if it was one of the newer ones that would have gone out for free, we would have been at the 5 or less total life. So 7 done. We can just Tashigi again to keep clearing anything they play out. Ooh, okay. Fair enough. Ooh, 5 cost of Ivankov into a blocker, Karsu. 6 at us. We'll counter 2. Hey, 0 cost event. That seems really good, huh? Let's get rid of you. 1, 2, 3. And now I can just go 8 and 9. 8 at 8 because I want that event up, right? 8 and 8. I don't think they have the counter for. Cool. Go there. I mean, I would have just left the blocker open because it's a higher swing, if anything, right? Okay, they got a body, but I think I'm still safe at 3 life with the 2k and a 0 cost and another 2k. So we have like the most counter we could have, actually, right? They just haven't found the 4 cost Karsu, which is very unfortunate. There they are, but it's kind of late unless you play at the rush. Inazuma, but even then I have too much counter, so the swings wouldn't be too crazy. Like we can kind of just take all of these. Oh, let's go save that because we should just have everything, right? Even if it's a blocker out of the life, yeah, GG. I haven't played with that Sabo in a while, but man, there's just so much good support for Bella Betty now. Like you have so many options. I remember this was a pick, I think in set 10 or so? Maybe before. Maybe it was set 9 people were using this. Can't remember. Ooh, we got Koala. Interesting. Can't really play this out, huh? Or else I have to take a life. Is that bad? Is that bad? We'll keep. It's not that bad, right? Just ain't that bad. It's not that bad. You know? Original cost of 8 or more. Okay. Plays the character through the effects of another character. Right, they have to take a life. It's once per turn. Okay, and then the other effect that I kept forgetting about. Leader, okay, attacks your opponent's leader if you have 2 or more characters with the cost of 8 or more, draw 1 card. See, that first is such a big stipulation, right? And 8 or more, like 2 8 or more is a lot. Let's pick. Ooh, did they do removal, or do they just not even care about that? Are they just like healing a lot? We'll pick up you, and then pass. I don't know. Everyone was like so hype about this leader, her ability, and all that. And I think it's still a lot of blue purple, a lot of green purple, Zoro. Again, starter decks will probably change that, but that's how like I think the first week or so went in Japan with their set 12 release. I was kind of hoping that Koala was a bit better. I think, you know, it's cool. We got another, you know, character that you don't really see too much in the card game, right? Ooh, Brooke. Okay, that's some removal for sure. Yeah, we're just gonna keep that in our back pocket. Let's go to Shigi, rest you, get rid of the Brook, and then we could just swing at your life. They get to Kuma next turn, right? I think the only card I remember is Kuma, and then the Robin, which I don't really. Okay, yeah, Kuma. This just like heals you, right? And then it heals you on KO too. Do I want to take that life? Because if I play this, then I have to take a life. So am I incentivized to counter up more? I don't know. I'll take the 5. All right. Well, I can't really even swing at him anyway. We'll play out Cavendish. And let's go 7. Yeah. On play, trash a card from a hand. You heal. It's 2 cost. And then, you know, on opponent's turn, or on KO, right? Add top card to deck. Yeah, so you get to heal twice. That's crazy. Do I just go big swing? Try and get you into like lethal range next turn maybe? With Cavendish and like restand event. Yeah, I need to find a better. Maybe just Pirate King. I don't know. I'm Invincible is just such a ring to it, you know? Like, you got I'm Invincible. Like, oh, you've got Luffy's the man who will become the king of the pirate King, the king of the pirates, you know? It's a mouthful. Every Zoro event's a mouthful. That's because this man's he just says so many words all the time. It's crazy. I think yeah, I can rest that, save it. Yeah, same. Even if it's a simultaneously KO, this will like Rosinante and stuff like that will use his ability, save the other card, and then he'll get KO'd. We'll counter 1. And then we'll counter 1. And we should like pretty much have game, I'd say. Let's go 7. It's like a little bit weirder because we can go 2, 3, 4. We don't have to go like overboard on this first swing, even though, you know, and then we'll restand the Zoro. We'll go 7, 3 Don, and GG. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Koala's like strategy is. Right? Like this such a strong secret rare. Like that's kind of crazy. The Kuma. And also Kuma's such a cool character. I love Kuma. Like such a great, like on paper you just get to heal twice technically. Like I could have at that point like swung into there to get rid of him, then you would have healed, you know, but this is the new SR for the deck, right? On play, place revolutionary army type character cards from your trash at the bottom of your deck. In any order, if your leader has a revolutionary army type, play 1 character. The cost of 6 goes from your trash. Oh yeah, I saw people talk about this comboing with the Kuma, right? So if like, I don't think people are just gonna. I don't think people are gonna KO this Kuma. I think they're just gonna ignore it and let you have that 7k swing out, which I don't know. Probably depends on the deck. But yeah, because if you KO this Kuma, then they just play it back out with Dragon. So like they played it out, healed, it died, healed, and then they use Dragon, play it back out again, heal. That's a lot of healing from one card, right? So maybe just better just to leave it alone. I don't know. But GG, we got Sanji. Okay. So at least with all the rush, we'll have something to swing into. What the heck? What are the odds? What are the odds? I don't know. Let's go search. Also, she'll eat up an attack, which is nice. A lot of thought. I think we'll take an event just for some counter, honestly. Yeah, I can't get over that first hand. It's freaking wild. I don't know. Okay, if he plays out a rush 3 cost, we can at least swing at it, search, and then swing a life again, which is good. If it's that, yep. So we can take, nope. We'll search. What do I want to pick up here? I think we'll just pick up 2k. And then we can go here. Get rid of the Sanji. And then boom, bam. See if he takes. Cool. Let's see. We do have some 2Ks now. I do like this, right? It's like almost a counter to aggression like this, I'd say. Like on paper, I think that this is a really good matchup for Green Zoro, as I can just kind of clear whatever he just gave rush to and then still pressure his life, right? So we're clearing whatever body he played out, and then as we go, we're playing our bigger bodies that are restanding Mordon and such. You know, he's still hitting our life twice for sure. Ooh, plays at a blocker instead. Okay, 6 at us. We'll counter 2. because the swings are just gonna get bigger for sure. Let's see, do I have Tashigi? No. So let's go Cav. So then I can swing 8, and then if he blocks, I can still swing a life again, right? So this is kind of, it disincentivizes your opponent from blocking. Interesting. Because even if they block, they still have to deal with the attack, right? The next turn, we can do so much. We can Mihawk, get back for Dawn, swing Cavendish to get up to 6. We can even play out Smoker. That picks us back up to 7, but that's not enough to play out Smoker. And 8 at us. I think we'll take, because then we just have a, oh, that's a double attack. I'm stupid. I guess I can just do this and then buff my leader so then he can't swing. Oh no, he can swing. Right? No, did he attach the Dawn there? I'm talking about my own plays. Didn't even realize he played out a double attack that I could have got out of. And that's my bad. That's on me for being stupid. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go 7, 8. Because then I can go 8 again and then still have Dawn open for our Paradise Waterfall. I wonder if the 2-cost Searcher for the Supernovas from the Bonnie deck, the Kin Killer, right? That find a place into this deck because it resends a Dawn on your opponent's attack. I think that is pretty good. It only looks for Supernova, which is not crazy, right? 3. Let's go you. See if he blocks out, or he lets it go. Okay. And then we'll go again. Now we do have a lot of counter and a blocker, which is good. Yeah, I don't know. Right, we have, this is Supernova, Supernova, Supernova. It would be like a decent amount of search potential. And then again, it would help you with that, right, I could have swung 1 Dawn higher there. I don't know if that would have mattered in this kind of a scenario. And then still use my event. Maybe you don't need it. Yeah, maybe you don't need it. Maybe I'm just too ambitious and, you know, thinking outside the box. But then, ooh. And then you can go 7. Because you can attach that down with Nami to leader. But I can block, go to 10 with that, and then that resends my blocker, so I might be able to get out of both. Oh, he's just going big. Okay, so we'll go here. Go here. And then we still need a 2 and a 1. But now we can just block out that next swing for free. So yeah, I love Paradise Waterfall with this. That the value from that resetting the blocker, so good. So we'll just block again. So we had to give up, you know, a few cards, right? 3 cards, but we got out of 2 attacks for 3 cards. I'll take that, and one of them was like a 12. I'll take that for sure. Kind of looking for an event to rest it. Well, let's go here. Search for, we don't find the event. We got Tashigi. Yeah, Tashigi, pretty good. Rest you. 1, 2, 3. He's still pretty high life, actually. Let's go. Yeah, he's still got really high life. Now I'm thinking about it. I was considering go for a game, but I probably shouldn't have. Go. I can pressure the dragon a little bit. He doesn't have a lot in hand. Get one card out of that. And then this might kill 10? I don't know. Okay. Give it 2k for that, so maybe all he has is 2s. I do have 4k counter. I should probably still leave the blocker up, right? Oh, wait a second. Cost of 7 or less. So I would have been able to swing at him twice, actually. So yeah, that's why you probably just gave that up, right? Because leader abilities for original cost of 7 or less. So I could have swung at that again, which is kind of crazy. We'll pass. I don't know. I could have cleared the blocker there, actually. But again, if I start off next turn with a swing from leader, ooh, yeah. Kind of, again, disincentivized to block. And we have this event too, so that's 2 swings there. We'll block that. Because Cavendish makes this a 1-Don event, essentially. So I kind of want to save that, because... yeah, now he can go... I don't think he attached the Don from Nami yet, did he? I don't know. 7 or 8, we can still just get out of that. But yeah, it didn't click in my head, like, yeah, I can swing at the dragon twice, because it's 7 or less. So I can swing at the dragon. Just something... keeping up for Rad Beam. Oh, no. Okay. We'll go 2. Okay. Okay. Let's go 4. Don't want to overkill. Swing at life, because then again, if he swings with blocks out, it's essentially free. Let's go here. Go again. 9. Okay. Okay. So let's go. I think I messed that up. Now I can get 2 9s. I can also search again. Is that stupid? Am I dead here? 2 life, 1 attack, 2 attacks. I don't know. I definitely messed that up. Yeah, I don't know why. Again, he's disincentivized to block for sure. Okay. I wish I could restand myself at another time. Let's go here. Pick up. Gets plus 3,000. Probably better. So we'll go 8. And he might not have that. Who knows? 2 2Ks. Okay, GG. Whew. I don't know if I would have survived. We had a 2K and a 1K. Probably 3K counter, 6K counter, 7, 8. We'd probably get out of one of the rush attacks and live. But GG. Yeah, I don't know. Those are some games, of course. I want to fit in Quina for sure. I don't know, like... obviously, maybe people tested it over there, but like, it seems really good for 4-Don, for your 4-Don curve. Other than that, you're like searching, maybe, but then if you don't have the searchers, right? But I don't know. I don't like 1-ofs in decks anymore, because I always feel like I just don't see them. It's not searchable. Oh no, it is searchable. It is searchable. It's green event, so it is searchable. Never mind. Yeah, I don't know. You do have a lot of bricks though too, so. Man, I felt like from all the games testing, we saw this event so much. And it is a 4-of course, and it's so good, right? Getting possibly 3 to, swings. And you can swing at board, restand, swing at board again. Because at that point, you hadn't used your activate main, right? You only aren't able to swing at board again once you use the activate main. So if you restand yourself with this, you can swing at board twice and then activate main, swing at life. So that's, you got some decent removal in that way. Yeah, I would love to make room for this card, because I think it's just some really good value. Honestly, I feel like this is really got to be good in the mirror. I feel like this has got to be really good in the mirror. I've seen people use R-Long too. The 4-cost R-Long that like your opponent's rested leader can attack next turn. I think that's got to be good for the mirror too. And then you're teching in more, I think, Fishman cards for it, right? I don't know. I kind of want to just for maybe a game try out the Kuina. So maybe we'll try out a different list soon. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of Zoro down in the comments. What leader are you excited for in set 12? I want to test out all of them. They all seem really fun. But yeah, that is it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.